Hi, welcome again to our Module 2 for Innovative Customer Service. This unique training. And Module 2 is the same as the second day. Please remember that this is an introduction of the Chapter 5. And the full training is available with Warner Training Institute in Dubai. It can be arranged online or offline. This is a poster for our chapter 5. We are entering now in more detail into deep dive now. We are going to know more about our customer, about our guest. We're going to introduce you to this very important topic, the 4E of experience economy. As usual, you may turn off your mobile sound, okay, and others apply in face-to-face training. For now, just stay in a quiet place and you can listen to this introduction. Also, I keep reminding that this innovative customer service is touch all this soft skill. When we complete the 3 days training, you'll find yourself all these skills are covered one way or another. It's an innovative customer service training, but we want to empower you more than that, because we learned that if we have more knowledge, we can act much better than our current position. And that's why this particular training is targeting those individuals that they already experience. We don't target those who just enter into the field. As usual, we remind ourselves about the current situation, that we are under pandemic and now under recovery now. So this is poster from who? It's a self-explanatory. Now, let's remind ourselves what we already covered in Module 1. We cover 4 chapters. In Chapter 1, we introduce you to the TTQS model. This is a unique model you'll not find anywhere. This is for the first time we introduce in innovative customer service, after a lot of research and evaluation, why we cannot really connect with our guest, no matter what we are doing. So we found that we need to learn all of this, host ourselves, you need to know yourself, guest, product, and quality service. Okay, so we introduced that in Chapter 1. In Chapter 2, we introduced to where is hospitality, what is hospitality, where it started, why we need to be hospitable, why we work in hospitality industry. Okay, if we understand that very well, you will have no problem in exceed your guest expectation. Chapter 3, we try to differentiate between hospitality and service so that we can act much better. Both of them are very important, but they are totally different. In Chapter 4, we end up Module 1 by knowing more about our guests. So that will be in a good position to know more about your guests, what kind of guest, what their purpose. But in Module 5, in Module 2, this is the second module, which we even go further by mixing product and a guest. So in our research, we have found that as a front office staff in a restaurant or in a hotel or anywhere that you are facing guests, the 4 E's of experience economy, you must know about it, at least have an idea about it. And it's not only for the marketers or for the senior managers. So we're going to introduce this to all of you. The learning objective of this chapter, Chapter 5, that you can discuss and identify the need for service that deliver a memorable experience. By end of this chapter, you can describe the 4 realms of experience and why it's important in guest experience journey. Also, you will be able to explain why use of different means in designing and evaluating the guest experience. So why you want to use those different kind of designing and evaluation. Describe the personal and environmental levels of guest experience and how is it related to 4 realms of experience. So you're going to learn 4 realms of experience today. And in these 4, there are 2 levels, personal level and environmental level. The content is the full content of this chapter. But today, of course, we're not going to cover all because I said again, this is just an intro to introduce you to what we're going to. What's the value of this training? Why we do this training? So before you join us, before you decide for the full training, we present the whole full content. So overview, introduction of service experience, memorable experience in tourism and hospitality, and QQ moment. QQ moment is a quick quiz moment. We want to make sure that you grab it, you learn something about that particular section of the topic. And then 4 realms of experience in hospitality, including QQ moment. And then we explore the 2 levels of realm of experience. Also QQ moment is there. And the guest optimal experience effect, they call sweet spot, which is combining all these 4. And then we have a brainstorming activity about economic experience. It's interesting brainstorming. We divide you in 4 groups or 5, it depends. And then last we have a video case. We show you a video, we share with you a video, and then we going to ask a question. So let's overview it. An experience occurs when any sensation or knowledge acquisition results from a customer's interaction with different elements of a context created by a service provider. This one from Matters ETL 2006. So an experience is a sensation, okay? You gain knowledge, you visualize, you saw it. But very important, there's a service provider behind it. Yeah, the service provider. I'm not talking about you. But this is another that those people who created this. We need to understand only first their experience. Okay. So the word experience is derived from 2 Latin words, experientia and experire, meaning knowledge gained by repeated trials, and to try, test, respectively. Okay, so that is experience. Yeah, I want to experience touching a sun, but I created myself a photo, and then like I position, you position it, well, that you look like you touch the sun. So for that particular place, which I went in this particular place, I know that, okay, I can position myself like a sunset and I touched. So that is experience by itself. But who's the provider? The provider who's the one maybe who put the chairs there. Maybe we have a restaurant there in this particular location. So his guests, they can get this unique experience. Every touch point a customer has with an organization is an experience, no matter how mundane the product or service being delivered. Mundane meaning that boring or ordinary or exciting or dull. But no matter what, there is a touch point. That's the touch point. So in your hotel or in your restaurant, must be a touch points there, either whether tangible or intangible or with your staff. Okay, that's all depend the result of experience. It's a good experience or bad experience. So memorable experience in tourism and hospitality. So why we care about experience? It's a constant battle. Aim for the bull eyes to attract our guests' attention. Increase loyalty for our guests rather than just satisfy a guest. So, sorry about that. Let's go back. Bull eyes mean that we need to satisfy our customers. It's always the company, because each time when the guests walk there, walk to your place, each time when they walk in the hotel or in the restaurant, they come with their own experience, with their own culture, with their own thinking, which we don't know about. We have to be very sharp and at least learn something to know about our guest. And bull's eyes, we need to satisfy them and turn them into loyal customers. So successful experiences are those that the customers finds unique, memorable, sustainable over time, that they want to repeat and build upon, promotes word of mouth. Now, by giving them this unique experience, they want to repeat it. So meaning what? Meaning they become loyal customer to you. And also they become like a word of mouth advertisers, a free advertisement for you. So we make sure that we understand what is experience, and that particular experience, what they like and how they experience, because they come with their own experience. And if we added value, or we're going to do more about it, we're going to know about the economic experience, that's how we can make sure that they turn into loyal customers. As I said, we have a QQ moment. That is a sample of a QQ moment, a quick quiz. You feel true or false. So here, every touch point a customer has with an organization is an experience. True. Is customer better to aim for the bull legs to attract our guest attention? Of course, is false, because bull eyes, not legs. Successful experience is equally unique, memorable, and sustainable over time. That is true. Experiences are emotionally and personally involved. That is true also. So this kind of question is just to remind us when we complete the topic, and then we share the answers in the class, or even we discuss more about it. Here, Pine and Gilmore, what they say, the core philosophy of the experience economy is that customers are in a search of a new aspects of products and services, which shapes their demands to experience something which also challenge the producer to offer something better, such as added value through additional services or the core product or services. Pine and Gilmore, 1999, Jason, 1989, Tarasaneni and Kellen, 2006. These are all pioneers, and you can say quality hospitality and the customer services guru that they done research, and each year they're updating it. So this is what they come up to tell us, that we have to understand our customers. They always come with the unique in mind. They want to experience. They don't want to walk in the same things, same offers, or we as a hospitality staff, we need to think also sometimes, even by learning this, but after completing this chapter, honestly, you can be in a good position to even to suggest to the managers and the supervisor what kind of activity or something you can done, or what kind of activity you can recommend so your guests can go to that provider, because all this touch point and experience is not necessarily from you guys. Okay, you can recommend and have somewhere else. So 4 realms of experience, Pine and Gilmore in 1998 have agreed that the experience exemplify 4 realms. So now let's learn about this. These are the 4: education, entertainment, escapism, and aesthetics. These are manifest across 2 continuous dimensions. And we're going to understand how they manifest itself through the continuous these dimensions. So we have more diagram and figures, and we discuss more in the classroom. For the summary, we'll start to describe this: education, absorption of knowledge, and engaging the intellect about learning experience. That's education. Entertainment, passive absorption, seeing and listening about sensing. As of aesthetics, or is aesthetical, is a passive immersion and especially moments to remember. It's about being there. It's a word describes someone's idea of what is beautiful. Escapism, active immersion, participation and forgetting time about doing. Escapism is mental diversion from unpleasant or boring aspects of daily life, typical through activities involve imagination or entertainment. Most of us, we are going through hiking or mount climbing or somewhere new just to cut off the boring and daily life activity. So here the dimension that I'm presenting here, and the source is still from Pine and Gilmore. Now, let's start first here on the passive side. Okay, passive, you have entertainment and aesthetics. This one, watching a movie, okay, for example, that is entertainment. That is a passive. Sorry. You go aesthetics, like going to water park and visiting water park or other places. These all are passive. There's not any activity active here. Also known as a personal. Okay, you got this part of dimension. You have educational and escapist. These are active. Education, attending conference, attending cultural activity. This escapist is climbing a mountain, going through the hot balloon, desert safaris, this kind of thing, escapist. Okay, sorry. And when you come to absorption and immersion. So absorption, you have entertainment and education. This here part of dimension here, in entertainment education is absorption. Both of them you are watching and you are learning something. As here, aesthetics and escapists is immersion. This is the time when the customer immersion, going to the park, climbing this here, okay? So I hope now we are clear in order to achieve what? The sweet spot here. Yeah, this is the final in the middle. In the class we're explaining more, but today I will share you only this one example here about the tourists are engaged by performance, entertainment, the cellar concert, wine, blending, farm and food demonstration, this is all entertainment. When you get to education, tourists enhance their knowledge or skill through wine tasting, culinary wine pairing event, home wine make seminar, cooking and craft making class. This is education. As you come to aesthetics, tourists, by the way, tourists are the same as our guests when they come in to have lunch or dinner with us in the restaurant or to stay with us in the hotel. They are becoming our guests. But as outside, they are tourists. Yeah? So we have to know all this, the activity. So consuming the wine, enjoying unique lodging, this is aesthetics. Tourists are enriched by sensual environments. Driving rural road, art and craft fairs. If you come to escapist, actually tourists become engrossed by participating in a different time or place. These are adventurous, wine hiking, cycling tours, hot air balloon, a vine tour by horse or carriage, harvesting grapes, riding a grape picker. Actually, they full participate in the activity. So guests of luxury hotels are not just looking for service quality and its features. For example, staff courtesy, hotel appearances, quality food. Well, good. But also attach importance to experiential service attributes in those hotels. So they need more. They need more. This is by Mohsen and Locker, 2010, Setting and Time Answer, 2014, for gaining positive feedback and loyalty. So if the restaurant and hotel, they come up with the experiential service, meaning they experience, they want adventure, they want, like movie, in the movie, we are all taken, we have seen all this movie and get excited because we like, why we go to the movies, because we want to be in a position that in real life is not possible. But we have to make a way that to take our customer and guest also in real life to feel that adventure. So we explore now, we saw the 4 realms of experience. Now these are the 2 levels. First level is passive and active participation. And the second level is absorption and immersion. You go back to the first level is the degree of customer involvement. Okay, that's the first one. And the second is the desire with the customer, connection or engagement with the event or performance, absorption and immersion. I'll share with you now to make more clear, but in our class we have even more explanation and to become very clear. So the first level is personal. We have passive participation, which is entertain and aesthetics. And this is on the left side of this circle. Active participation, education and escapism. Okay? So education and then you have active participation on the right side of the circle here. We have second level environmental. Absorption is up here, absorption, entertainment and education, and immersion, aesthetics and escapism. Okay? Now all of these, our job to understand them and to have the sweet spot here. So the same thing, we have a QQ moment and we ask a question and then we share the answer, we discuss the answer, you will know more. Okay, so first one, for example, the first level of realm of experience, also known as personal. And then this is the second level of realm of experience, that is environmental. And then third is environment level, consists of escapism and aesthetics. So this kind of question, and then we share the answer. And another one, we have a group brainstorming. This is one only I'm sharing you. Okay, the question is to identify experience level and e-experience. So experience level, after reading this number one sentence, you identify either it's personal or environmental. And then you explain e-experience, which one, education, entertainment, escapism, or aesthetics. So the first group will be given this sentence and then they sit together and then they discuss. By this way, you'll become more aware, you know. I know it's something new. I know it's something that, oh, why the, you know, housekeeper, they need to know this. No, we treat all in receiving the knowledge, we treat them all equally. Because at the end of the day, we want to achieve a customer expectation and achieve loyalty. So we don't segregate who's going to get this knowledge or not. Everyone, from supervisor, from manager, from to the front of the staff, and whoever the manager, they can decide. So the discussion is there, and then we discuss the answer. Also, we have a video. We play video also, and this video case. I'm just sharing the QQ moment now. From the video, we ask what's the problem with the tourism industry, and then when the guests into the hotel room and open the wardrobe, they expect to be in. The guests enjoy the roles play in Lijedov. The guests involved in the theater and are part of the play. They experience aesthetics or escapism. The storytelling experience was conducted where and at what time. So this, after watching the video carefully, and then we are asking this question, then we discuss. Chapter 5, honestly, is a very interesting chapter. It's opened up our mind. It never opened up before. We may hear here and there about economic experience. The marketing people and the customer service expert, they may know. I mean, they know well about this topic. But I'm going to transfer you this knowledge to you guys. You know, from the servers facing the customers, from the front staff, to expand your knowledge at this level. I'm positive sure you'll be in a very, very good position to know well about your customers. And that's why we put this chapter 5 in the second day of the workshop, that is module 2. True hospitality is when people leave feeling better about themselves and not about you. And this is where I'm getting a comment, you know. I don't feel better when I deliver the, workshop without hearing the comments from the students. Oh, Mr. Hassan, this is a very well, you know, I receive a lot of testimonial, and this is really keep me pushing forward to invent more and to twist here and there and to customize this kind of trainings. We have a testimonial from East Africa. I really enjoyed the training. I will recommend this training for the management in order to be all in the same level. Maybe the staff here, he think that sometimes we reach in a managerial supervisor position from whatever we believe that we are doing it correctly. And it's correct, I'm not saying right, but that particular manager or supervisor, they are in gaining knowledge, they are a little bit behind. They're doing a well done job, but if they increase their knowledge, I believe they can do much better. Okay, so as usual, I end up with these slides that to mention to you that there's a 3-day full training, 15 hours, available with Swana. Actually, this training is adapted by Swana. I designed and I created, but it's adapted with Swana. And the class is offered in a classroom setup or at client location. Can be arranged online if more than 5 participants. During the class, the good thing is this class facilitated by a certified trainer, class workbook for each student, use of video, role play, brainstorming, and class activity. Upon completion, you receive the full booklet with a reference, the full training material booklet with a KHDA certified certificate. That's the end of chapter 5. Thank you very much. And that's my detail there. If you have any question, any inquiry, you can send to me. And that's our training center in Dubai. Very strategic location, accessible by road, metro. It's a very strategic location. Thank you very much. And I appreciate your patience.